Hey, what's going on, rock stars? Welcome into the live show Thursday night, and not in my normal filming spot because my camera, my main webcam, if you watched last week's show, you probably know this, it did not survive the trip to and from Vegas. I don't know what happened. It was wrapped up inside of one of my shirts and tucked in the middle of the bag. It didn't look like it got cracked or got hit, but when you plug it in, just nothing detects it. So I had to order another one. It won't be here in time for tonight. So the next logical answer was, who has a camera that I could borrow a camera from? And only one logical person came to mind, of course. So who has a camera that I could borrow? What timing? That was some kind of timing right there. He's pulling the chat up on an iPad, by the way, so I'll be able to make this bigger. But anyways, this is the only guy I knew with a camera. Say hi to Drive Time with Dave, those of you that missed him. Welcome in, and welcome into everybody. I see Adam and Beth and Candace and Shantae, and I know Flippin' Hippos. You guys could check them out on YouTube. Keith and Star in the house. Look at the Daves. Everybody yelling for Dave. 360 Vintage. What's up, buddy? So everybody that doesn't know Dave, it is Dave. He is a former somewhat YouTube personality person.
I've been on vacation.
He's been on vacation for 6 months. Yes,
three months.
Something like that. Anyways, so I when you need camera gear, you come to Dave's house. He's got cameras. So he was nice enough to let me use the camera for tonight's live show. So we're all good. A couple of comments. I just saw that people were watching my video. I did put up a video about this fancy Donald Trump tie that I bought earlier. The point of the video was to talk about Goodwill pricing, and it turned into an attack on me, which I'm not really surprised. But you can watch that video after the live show. Since we're on the road and since we've been graced with Double D's presence, hey, Wade's in the house. What's up, Wade? I saw you. I guess we could open up like an AMA, like an Ask Me Anything to Dave.
Ooh, I've got a good question.
What's up?
Ask me where I went for
vacation. Ask Dave where he went for vacation for 3 months. It was 2 vacations over 3 months. It was 2 different places.
2 solid.
Right, but it was 2 different places. Well, 100 different places. 2 different split trips. One was that direction, way that direction, and one was just that direction. So Wade is sending Casey a little gift. Awesome. Everybody is saying great to see Dave back. So we're going to have some, hey, Walden Pickers there. What's up? I see them in Vegas every year. Where the heck have you been? Everybody just asking where the heck he's been. So vacation, where did he go? Where did you go? Tell us about trip number 1, which started, when did trip number 1 start?
May 28th.
It was like right before the 1st of June.
May 28th.
How can we all be like Dave?
Took my wife and kids, and we
How many?
took our motorhome.
How many?
RV.
How many?
5.
5 children. Ages.
Children.
Let me see how good I am.
You're not. You're
9, 7, 4, 2, and 2 months.
No, he's 5 months.
Well, at the time when he left.
That's true.
When you left, he was 2 months.
That is true.
So 9, 7, 4, 2, and at the time they left, 2 months old. In a RV it's quite large. It's like 40-some foot.
Yes.
And
we went on a huge adventure. Our destination was Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
So we drove to Mount Rushmore. It was 2,000 miles there and 2,000 miles back.
Adam says you can't hide in a mobile home.
And it is very mobile. And it is a very, very good home. Casey got to see some of the pictures. I'll have to give you some of the pictures. You can clip into some videos.
Post some of that stuff.
Post some of it. We spent a week in Chattanooga, and we spent a week in St. Louis. We spent a week in Kansas City. We spent a week in Rapid City. So went to Mount Rushmore, went to the Badlands. South Dakota is an amazing place. If for anybody that's never been there, I'm not talking about living there. So
just hanging out.
Just visiting is amazing.
Yeah. So that was trip number 1, Mount Rushmore. How many days did it take to drive till you got there?
Well, that was because there was a whole lot of things went wrong.
Yeah.
We left, Florida, and we made it 12 hours, and we had mechanical problems. RV broke down. Then we had plumbing problems that broke us down. We ended systematically.
And this is a fairly newer RV.
Well, I've had it for 2 years, and we lost 3 tires. Air suspension got blown out when a tire went out. So it went crazy.
Hey, thanks, Oh My Cha-Ching, for the $2 super chat. Mexican food cures everything. No, I don't. think that it does. It makes everything
Oh
worse.
my Chingness is in Chattanooga.
Oh,
Yes.
very nice.
We went downtown Chattanooga, down to the river. There's a riverside park that the kids ran around and played at.
I do remember
They
that.
rode the carousel. Then we come back across the river and we went to a children's museum. And
Yep,
it was,
I did.
It was pretty amazing.
I did talk to you that day. Right. What type of RV do you have?
It is a Fleetwood Discovery.
Fleetwood, that's right, Discovery. And it's fairly new. I mean, it's newer-ish.
2011.
11. So it's not like the fact that you had mechanical problems is it's quite comical.
We made it all last summer with no
problem. Issue, yeah. So okay, so we're gonna jump into tonight's topics. One, I just got the question: what was so wrong about the Donald Trump tie, and why did I get attacked? So a lot of people, we all know this, and my channel is not political at all, and we're not going to take this political, but I'm going to explain the problem with this reselling of this immediately. So people have a lot of strong opinions about politics, especially now, and especially this guy. And the three big comments that I got was, I'm not going to support Trump by selling his goods. I'm not going to support the sweatshops that make the products by selling his goods. And I'm not going to let people see that I have a piece of his merchandise associated with me. So let me touch on all three, and then I'll see what Dave has to say one at a time. So supporting the sweatshops, this was the easy one for me. The sweatshops produce brand new neckties, and we're just speculating sweatshops. We're assuming China, whatever. Who knows? But the thing of Linnell Green, we're not going politics, but I'm explaining exactly why you can't allow politics into this. Somebody buying a used tie means that they didn't go purchase a brand new one, which means the supply from the brand new factory went down. That's my thought. Being associated with it, you have to treat these products as widgets. We always talk about widgets, and I've always made a joke about I'll sell jelly beans if I can flip them. This is not a tie to me. This is just a piece of inventory. Inventory number 11A. I don't care whose tie it is. I don't care where it came from. I paid $4, and I'm going to sell it for $34. That's all I care about. Hey, Elizabeth, thank you for the super chat. $10 from Elizabeth Hankins. Thank you, darling. Appreciate that. And so that's really how I view the inventory. And the fact that I get attacked is ridiculous. My third answer to all that is politics and personal stay out of business. You have to make relationships, but they're business relationships, not personal. I don't care who you voted for. You and I can do business. I don't need to know who you voted for. I don't need to know where you live. I don't need to know if you're rich or poor. Can we make a deal? That's pretty much how I look at business. Yes or no? So am I wrong or am I wrong? Did I deserve to get attacked? You can chime in anytime here.
No, probably not. And it's the uneducated point of view. We are here to, one, live a life. Let's get that straight. We could talk about reselling all we want, but ultimately we're here trying to live a life, trying to provide for our families or ourselves, whatever it may be. That's right. That's what we're here for. So the reality of whatever that tie may be, listen, if I can get a tie that says Obama on it and it's going to sell for $30 and I can buy it for $4, I'm going to buy it and sell it.
Right.
Listen, and I think that's going to sell.
I know it's going to sell.
You're lucky you got there before me. I would have bought it $4 and sold it myself. It doesn't matter that it says Trump, Obama, Clinton, all that's completely irrelevant.
Hey, Jump Trader just made a really good. He says he can't stand Tom Brady or the Patriots, but he's selling a Tom Brady jersey. That's absolutely, right.
I like money more. The first rule of business: don't let personalities get in the way.
Absolutely.
Because somebody shows up and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe that you've got all these clothes that come out of a sweatshop." Well, first of all, you act like I showed up at the sweatshop. I bought from them directly. Right, I'm like, look at all those 6-year-olds. The clothes. That's not right. That's not what
that was the other side, was that he made money. And I'm like, he didn't make money off of this. Goodwill made money off of this. He's made his money 8 years ago when some idiot bought it out of Dillard's or wherever. And he won't make any money when I sell it on eBay, FYI. And again, I'm not putting my politics out there. Who I voted for doesn't matter. And who you voted for doesn't matter. But, at the same time.
You know what does matter?
How much money did you make last
week? We can agree. At least we all voted. Whether we got what we wanted.
Yeah, at least vote. At least
vote, right?
That's
so,
true.
Every vote counts.
Terry Berry throwing super chats my way or going crazy. You're already there. Yeah, that's probably true. So anyways, that was to to explain that video and
legal. Yeah. I'm not sure that we need to include that. So yeah.
Seymour. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, I won't go that far there. If stuff is illegal, obviously I'm not going to flip drugs.
We don't need to really, we don't have to throw that out there. The point is we're here to do as legitimate business as possible and make money.
Yep, that's it.
You can say make as much money as possible, but you know what? I like a constant flow of money. It doesn't have to be a lot. I just want it to keep coming.
Old Town, I'll draw the line at selling Patriots items. Yeah, I'm not a big Patriots fan. I gotta like.
Look, at Goodwill, Lisa Power says at Goodwill those
towels are $1.99. Buy them all. I gotta wear gloves to handle Tom Brady stuff. If you guys want to attack me about something, attack me about my football likes. Don't attack me about politics.
Trump tie for 75 cents, sold it for 40. Yes.
See that? And I bought that for 4, and I'm gonna sell it for 40.
If somebody showed up right now and said, "Hey, Dave, I got 10,000 of those ties," I'd say, "How much? $1, $2, $3, $4, 40 grand for 10,000 ties?"
Yep.
All day long. It'd be beautiful.
Somebody just asked another question. That was interesting, and I've seen this come up before. Old Town Orchard, who is great follower, no judgments. Would I ever sell Nazi memorabilia? Just a question for the discussion, and this is an interesting one, and so it's historic, and so
that's right. It's historical.
Obviously, nobody supports that or what happened or any of that.
That's right.
But there are collectors that will pay a lot of money for that. And just because you sell a piece of that merchandise that came from that era and those people doesn't mean you're supporting them or that you're helping them. They're long gone. They've been gone for decades. It's not going to change anything.
There are people out there that go, "Oh my gosh, that's terrible." Well, either you're rich,
read your last comment,
or you don't understand what it takes to make.
Oh,
so I don't know.
Yeah, and I do believe that a lot of the Nazi merchandise is blocked. Actually, a lot of it is taken down. So be careful. Be careful if you're a historic person that sells that kind of stuff. Be careful. Lakeland Wayne, $14.99 super chat. Patriots all the way. Oh Lord, we got a Lakeland Patriot fan. Boo. Arlene DeCourcy, $1.99 super chat, but it says 5.
It's really not. We're just talking about in general. Buying and selling collectibles or historical items, people get too wrapped up in, "Oh my gosh, this was used." Listen, let's get past that. We can talk about.
It's a widget.
We can talk about any Korean skirmish. We can talk
the
about
Korean War,
Vietnam.
Right? People sell Vietnam stuff.
Can we sell some Vietnam stuff?
Absolutely, I've sold Vietnam stuff before.
Exactly. What's the difference? Listen,
Nothing.
It's just as horrific for the people that were there and participated. Ultimately, again, my problem is on the left, I have people that are like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going to do that." And on the right, I've got people going, "Hey, can I get some more of that?"
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just a guy in the middle going, "You know what? I need to make a living.
I need to make some money."
I got to make
Megan Mawhinney made a good comment about the Trump ties or about any brand, the Ivanka Trump or any of that stuff. If you really don't like them, then you should buy and sell their merchandise to oversaturate the market and bring the value down to crush them, which is pretty funny. Everybody, hey Corey, what's going on? Corey, send me a private message. I had something really important I want to talk to you about, by the way. Try to remember that. So that's our talk about buying and selling things. Just treat them as widgets. Just call them jelly beans if you have to, if that's what it takes for you to be able to buy and sell them. Who is this guy?
Who, me?
Yeah. I hope they know who I am. I'm nobody. I hope they know who they are.
Nevermore Antiques. Are you asking who I am or who he is?
Adams Exploits Philadelphia. What happened to football talk going on out here? Brandon Blair, go Pats. $2 super. You guys are crazy. The football teams. I'm about to super chat myself just to shout out the Ravens.
Right. Just to put so. Okay. So how mature that people judge anyone for selling an item? Okay. Right. So when was the thing about the? I know I'm gonna go into a gray.
Oh, please
shouldn't bring this up.
Please don't.
But we had the same discussion here a year ago.
30 a quarter, Candace.
Sex toys. And how
adult material.
I'm sorry. I already said the wrong word.
Adult material.
Divided. There were like 600 people in here, like 300.
That was one of my biggest shows.
I would never buy or sell that. And I'm sitting here going, money? And the other half's like, man, I can't get enough of it. And I'm like, this is the exact same thing.
That came from when I watched the TV show about the guy that was worth like $100 million that has a warehouse in California, that he sells adult material to all the adult stores all over the country. He's a distributor. He's a supplier for, adult stores. And they did an interview with him. He's worth, he's on some entrepreneur show that I was watching. So like How I Made My Millions or something. He's worth $100 million. And they sent out a female reporter to go interview him at his warehouse, and he's laughing the whole way. And she's like, "This doesn't embarrass you or your wife?" And he's like, "We don't even care what's in the warehouse." He's like, "We make $100 million. It doesn't matter." Yeah. So
there are things that you have to get past. It was like we had some people come over for dinner the other night, and I just made some shrimp and like rice and some potatoes, right? And the guy was like, "I don't eat shrimp." Well, I sure wish I would have known that
before you came. I sat and cooked.
But here, hey, Casey, you want to come over for dinner? Hey, can you tell me everything you don't like so I don't cook it? Oh, and make sure you tell me everything you don't want to talk about so I don't hurt your feelings.
Yeah, right. Amazon seller says there's a big market for adult toys. I would sell them if I had a good source. Think of all the people you'd be helping. The other guy is Dave. He has a great channel. He doesn't post too often. Yeah, he's been gone for a while, of course. That's a big house. You can hear the echo. We're in
a huge room.
Yeah, not to mention, it's just like here, I'll show you guys. It's just like those ceilings that catch the sound. It's not, I mean, my ceilings do, but this one's even more. Did you do any business while you were gone on vacation? This is a question I get a lot. People ask all the time. How do you handle doing business? Not just you, but anybody.
It's different for me because I really have a building full of people, and I buy and sell material when I'm gone. I mean, all my suppliers, anybody that I deal with on a regular basis, I just call my cell phone, and they're like, "Hey, I got a pallet of this, or I got a pallet of that, or I got 10 of these, I got 20 of these, I got 20 pallets of shoes. You want them or you don't want them? Hey, I got." One of the things that somebody offered me was like 10,000 belts.
That's a lot of belts.
I'm like, what are we talking about? Like 10 cents a piece? I mean, I'd have to look at these belts. What's the quality? The overall condition. What are the colors? What are the sizes? You can't deal with stuff like that.
No, that's the tough part of being gone. Yeah. You do have to wait 14 days, no matter what you list, no matter how you list it for the markdown manager now. If you do good till canceled, then when it rolls over, it'll keep the sale on. So just keep that in mind. Candace said she'd sell toe jam if it's worth money. Money's money.
What is the secret to Dave's success?
I can tell you that, but I'm not authorized to give that away.
Whether it's the left wing or the right wing.
He's good at. Hold on.
Listen,
he's good at getting in the middle of two people.
Get in the middle. Listen.
This video is totally getting.
Here's what I do. I show up. I'm like, hey, calm down. You don't fight with that guy over there. Listen, let's work out. We can sell him something. And then I turn around. I walk over here, and I'm like, hey, we're gonna work out. We're gonna sell him something. That's really it. Don't have an opinion about all kind of stuff. No
opinion. Don't get attached to the merchandise either.
That's like rule number 2.
Rule number 2: don't be attached to your
everything's for sale.
Yeah, pretty much.
This shirt, look at this shirt. This is a nice shirt.
It's actually
for sale. That's
Rockstarflipperonline.com. People hate experience. True free capital in marketing. Yep, that's true. I'm quitting. No, but so you get any free. You do get free promoted listings. It's $30 with a premium store, I believe, is what we get promoted per quarter. $30. Double check that they're crediting it on your invoice in January, April, July, and October. You should get 4 credits. What's up, Justin? How you doing? Changing all my listings to good to cancel for the holidays. Yes, you probably should do that. So if you've changed the price on an item or edited it, then it will reset that 14 days as well. Keep that in mind.
Yes, it is. Dave's house looks gorgeous from what I can see. Huge difference from his mobile home years ago.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. If you've never gotten your $30 credit for promoted listings, you got to call them, guys, because they're not going to just volunteer to give it to you. Call them and ask for the credit. Look at your invoice from the beginning of each quarter. If it's not there, then you need to call them for sure.
Do pictures show up good if I put a picture in front of the camera?
It's iffy. Let me see. Maybe.
Let me see if I can find
Corey's gone away from best offer. How come, Corey? I'm curious about that. How come? Premium stores got 50. I thought it was 30. Did they change it to 50? I'm pretty sure it was $30 credit. I'd have to look back at my credits. I got mine. I didn't have to call. Mine actually showed up on my invoice, on my eBay invoice. If you guys don't know how to check that, just go to your seller dashboard, click on your fees, and then like the invoice to the right, you can go back and look at it. The invoices are like reading a lawyer's document, exclusive elegance. They're not too bad once you get used to them. They did stop the credit on the lower end. Can you show us the baby? I think the baby's asleep. Pretty sure.
This is the view. I don't know if I can get it up there or not. Okay, so that's the view.
You got to zoom.
Well, there we go. That's the inside of the RV. That's a typical morning.
That is too cramped for 7 people.
Here.
For 2 people, 3 people.
And then this is here. Put that up there for them to see. This is the view. This is the morning view from the RV when you're camping.
Where's that at?
That is called the land between the lakes in Kentucky.
Anybody near Kentucky familiar with that?
That's called Pfizer Point, and your campground, your campsite is right. And the reason I showed that is because the comment about the trailer I used to live in, that's the trailer
that reminds
I get to live in.
Yeah,
that's the stark difference in what happens when
I believe
don't
only
take signs.
The anchor stores get the credit on promoteds now. Was that a change that I missed? Promoted listings don't get credits for premium stores don't get credits for promoted anymore. I didn't look at my last one. I have to go back and look. Is that correct? March, April, May, June. Did that start in third quarter, July? I didn't read the invoice from July from last month, so I'll have to look.
Just 10 Pac-Man. I'm in Tennessee. Yep, Tennessee.
He is in Tennessee.
We had a wonderful time. We crossed into. I always say the name of the place wrong. What was the name of the town we went to?
Have you ever ate at Patty's down there in Kentucky? I don't know where that is. Does Basic Store get credit for promoted? That I'm pretty sure. Basic stores don't. I thought premiums and anchors, but not. I'm going to have to check on the promoteds, and I'll post for you guys because now I'm confused as to who gets the promoted.
What's the deal with RV? What's the deal? Years ago, I lived in a mobile home, and now I have an RV that's much larger than my mobile home, and that was the picture that I was showing. That's what the deal is with the RV.
Okay, so questions. I think top-rated sellers. I had one yesterday. Around 14 children, all under 10. They don't have 14 children. Nothing happens in Tennessee. How do you get promoted listings? Is it just something? Once you have a store, you can promote your listings. It's under marketing, and then select promoted listings. That's all.
So you live 45 minutes south of Chattanooga, which is in North Georgia, just north of Atlanta.
How do you answer a message in another language? So this is probably going to cause people to be a little angry with me, but if somebody sends me an eBay message in another language, I won't respond to it. I absolutely will not. I don't care. I'm not going to take the time to Google Translate
and be wrong
your reply and it not translate it correctly, and then Google Translate an answer back to you and it not be the right answer and it confuse. If you are on eBay America and you can't send me something in English, I don't care. Because then if there's any issue or any further communication for the transaction, it's just a mess. I'm not going to do it. I have a zero policy with that. I won't even respond to it. And I found that eBay won't hold you to it either. I bet you got a call from Devin for your last video. No, Devin is not going to call me. He is aware of who I am, but that's the extent of his knowledge of me. He knows that I'm some dude with a YouTube channel.
Look at that.
Look at Steve Rakin in the house. $5 super chat.
$5 to us.
Great seeing you at eBay Open. Keep on picking and making that money. Thank you, Mr. Steve. I was just talking about you. Just looking at your channel, actually.
Steve.
I was just watching that. Only if it's from an existing customer. Yeah, if a customer buys from me, like Megan and Winnie said, if they've actually purchased an item, then I'll take the steps. But I'm not going to do it just for a random question. Absolutely not. We just got back from Nashville on a sourcing trip. I love Nashville. It's amazing. I've never been to Nashville. Rakin' rocks. I know the whole Wobble Box story. So proud for you, Dave. I missed the hell out of drive time. Lots of people typing to me in languages I don't understand. I'm sorry. The cross stitch lady, something about 90,000 a month on YouTube selling crafts and craft designs and cross stitch patterns that she makes.
Sounds right.
That's pretty nuts.
Live on Mount Eagle Mountain, Tennessee, off I-24. Yep, probably.
Dave, check out
right up I-24.
Dave, check out Cherry Stone Campground on the Chesapeake Bay. I'm familiar with that because I'm from that area, actually. That's Virginia, Chesapeake Bay, Virginia area. That's not. I'm from Maryland on the bay.
I have a bunch of friends up there that are all like, "You need to come up here," and I'm like,
"No, you don't."
I was like, "You need to go to South Dakota. You need to go to Kansas City. You need to go to St. Louis."
Pete got concierge service by complaining, and his subscribers ripped him. So concierge service is supposed to start for all all people that attended eBay Open are getting concierge service on September 1st. So if you were at eBay Open, you will get it. Otherwise, I don't know how you get it.
Here's a good question for you right here. I had an expensive item get broken in transit via FedEx. Have you had any experience dealing with the claims return process in a situation like that?
Yeah. So it depends on how it's shipped. If it went priority, you have $50 in insurance. You said it's expensive. So if you did not independently insure it, you're kind of stuck. They're not going to give you more than the $50. You can certainly submit for the $50. If it was several $100s, then you're going to be out that, unfortunately. Just get pictures. The best you can do then is write it off as a loss on your taxes. Somebody said I should have the cross stitch lady on my channel. I'll have to look into that.
Is that instead of me? Should we is that what's being said?
No. Only anchors and enterprises get the quarter for promoted listings, Dusty Relic says. So looks like that. I'm going to have to check on that. Yeah, I am a Ravens fan. Love them or hate them. I am. How long does it take for seller's badge to show up on your post? It should be right away, as far as I know. I didn't think there was any delay in that. It's Bill Penny. He was in Vegas with us, Bill and Dave. All of my links, Seth Tanner, are down below. Most of them. There's a few that aren't there, but there's some.
Dave should be on every Thursday.
Lord.
We tried that for a while, and then Casey just gets really tired of talking to me. And then he sat there. There was one video like 8 months ago where he wouldn't even let me talk. He's like, "Are you done talking?" I'm like, "I haven't even said anything."
We did not get to source why we were in Vegas. Everyone asked me for the Vegas story of getting stranded at the airport, which was half bad. See, if it would have been me and I wouldn't have had my 60-year-old parents and Kay with me, I could have slept in a chair and just sat on my computer and made some cool videos. Like I could have been running through Vegas.
I don't recommend trying to fall asleep in Vegas airport.
I did fall asleep in a Vegas airport.
But you were there with the rest of your family.
Right. So we kind of had to
protect you.
Sort of. Yeah. So
I saw some of the pictures you posted.
Yeah. So well, here's the thing, that if it had been just me, I would have found something awesome to do. I would have been going crazy back and forth, Ubering, whatever. But because I had them, we got on the plane at 11:50 at night, Saturday night. The plane was supposed to leave. Well, we got on the plane at like 11:30. And we sat there until 1:30, 2 hours with no APU, which is the power unit for the ground, which provides the air conditioning. So it was like a sweatshop. Some guy literally threatened to kick the door of the plane open if they didn't let us off. They wouldn't let us off the plane for the first hour. He finally got up and was like, "If you don't let me off the plane, I'm going to let myself off the plane." I mean, a big guy. And they finally...
And then they'll let him off. In handcuffs.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, yeah, but so they finally caved in and they called, everyone. They finally opened up. We got off the plane at 1:30 in the morning, 2 hours later. And so at 1:30 in the morning, they tell us there's another plane down the gate. And so we go down to the other plane. We go to get on the plane. Before we can even get on it, pilot comes down, goes, "I'm not flying that plane," literally walks down the hallway and leaves, just rolls out. And that's it. They're like, "Sorry, guys, the flight's canceled." And we're like, "All right, well, when's the next flight leave?" It's 1:30 in the morning. They're like, 2:30 Wednesday morning. It's Saturday night / Sunday morning, 3 days, no other flights. What's the option? Well, we call Delta or Southwest and pay $2,000 out of pocket and then come back and fight Frontier for the money, which would have been only they only give $400 per person. So we had 4 people, so $1,600. The cheapest flight we found was like $2,100 all in. And so I would have been out $500 right away, and then I would have had to fight to get my $1,600. So it wasn't a good thing. We Ubered back to the hotel. I'm like, let's just go to the hotel because they offered us a hotel voucher for the night. And I'm like, let's just go back to the hotel. Let's check in. Let's sleep, and we'll figure it out tomorrow. We get back to the hotel. Well, there was basketball tournaments. There was a UFC fight. There were still people there from the conference. Amazon's ASD was there. So the hotels were so booked. I called on my phone. If you look at my call history, at least 75 to 100 hotels. The guy at Mandalay Bay was calling hotels for me trying to find other hotels.
At least that's what he told Casey. And Casey believed you.
No. We sat and called, on speakerphone, not a hotel that we could check in. So we tried to sleep in the lobby of Mandalay and they flipped out on us. They were like, you can't sleep here. You can't. They had like the long benches and like they're like, no one's allowed to sleep here. Okay. So we Ubered back to the airport at like 3:30 in the morning and slept there until like 10 or 11 when we got to go back to Mandalay, which ended up being the Excalibur because Mandalay had none, to Excalibur to check into a hotel at noon, finally. At noon to check in. And then we stayed until the next day, and then we didn't get a flight out to the following night. That's what happened in Vegas. So
and that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
And that is the craziness.
What Vegas stays in Vegas.
Worst time ever. My mom was melting down. My dad was aggravated. Kate was just quiet, which is her annoyed like quietness, and I'm just sitting there trying to like play the do you know who I am? You're gonna do. Nobody gave two craps what I was saying. Not anyone. So I'm like pulling out credit cards. They're like, sorry, man. And I'm like, oh, guess I'm sleeping in the airport chair. So that's what happened in Vegas for anybody that cares.
My recommendation was to rent a car and drive to the next city.
Several people recommended that. There were still no flights out of Denver, Dallas, or Reno. Yeah, we tried all of the above. There was none.
But at least you've been like, let's Vegas, Reno.
And then when we ended up flying home, we didn't even get to fly to Tampa. We had to fly to Orlando and get a rental car. So Candace sending over the puppy treats for the Wrecking Crew. She is like their monthly supplier. I got to let them know that Candace, she sent them those wonderful shirts that they still wear and like treats. Thank you, Candace. I appreciate that. The dogs appreciate that. Anyways, so yeah, we didn't get to do any thrifting while we were in Vegas. We were too busy trying to sleep, trying to find a hotel, trying to find a flight. Ugh, disaster. Anyways, never fly Frontier. Sorry, guys. I don't care what vouchers you gave me. Not flying you ever again. Southwest or Delta all the way. That's it. So they charge you $16 for a bottle of water. Yeah, it was close. The mini bar was $12 for Dasani. $12 for Dasani. I didn't get any, but I know what it was. And then there was out at the pool, you get the souvenir cups. They're like $29 for a liquor drink. It's big, but then you only pay $15 to refill them. So they get you on the first one, but as long as you use it all week, you're good, which we did. Hey, Drew, have a wonderful night. Thanks for stopping by. Have I used virtual assistants for listing? I used one on Poshmark. I paid a girl for the first month on Poshmark. I gave her like $100 to do all my sharing and to list cross-post some items for the first month. Her name on Instagram is Ari. Her actual tag is Poshmark Personal Assistant. You can message her. I don't know if she gave me special pricing, what she's charging. She's in high demand now. I know she has a lot of clients, so you're going to want to have to hit her
up. Nice ladies that type like 100 words.
Yeah, she can sit and just share and do all your stuff. So she'll set you up on a plan. Just message her. So yeah, so if there's any other questions, it looks like Megan Mawini handled that question. Thanks for that credit after the quarter is used. Look at your invoice. Yeah, always check your invoices. How's Posh going? Brian, we just got it going back up. When we were going on Vegas, it was on vacation mode, so obviously it went, everything went, we're just getting back into the flow of that. If you switch the way you ship that was on your listing, is that bad? It is if you downgrade them. If you listed it as priority and you only give them first class, that sucks. If you put it as first class and it goes priority, then you're good. Doesn't matter.
Casey, settle a bet. Did you enjoy The Office? Yes or no?
Wait, where?
That's right here.
Oh, RVA flips. Okay, I see it. Did I enjoy The Office? Yes or no? He's talking about The Office show. So somebody put in my chat that are they the only ones that watched the season finale of The Office and then started over on episode 1 all in the same night? And I blatantly blurted out that I've never seen a single episode of The Office, at which point I was attacked.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I was attacked. Well, now you're getting
the one that
the dude with the glasses, whatever. Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Correct.
Right? He
Yeah.
plays in it. I like him very much.
I've never seen The Office, and
I don't really watch TV.
I don't either. It's on Netflix. That's what somebody told me to watch it. Anyways, I didn't watch it. I'm sorry.
Any type of shows.
I haven't.
Have you ever watched The Office?
Never.
Hey, lady.
Negative. None of us have watched The Office. Sorry, guys.
People, this house, nobody's ever watched The Office. I apologize if anyone gets it.
When does that start for shipping if you change for shipping? What do you mean, Brandon? I've never used pirate shipping, but I've heard good things about it. Paul DeLeo used it. You might want to see that. Ask him about it. I hear you are sourcing more hard goods. Yes, Brian, I'm going to be going to yard sales this weekend. I'll be filming it to try to get hard goods and shop for all non-clothing items this weekend. That's the goal, all non-clothing. So pay attention for that stuff and look forward to those videos. The humor is very different. I heard the humor is very dry in the office. Dave is a what? Dave?
A doll.
A doll. Is that coming from a guy? That scares me a little bit.
Hey, listen, guy, girl, man, woman, I like it. I appreciate the compliment.
Casey, are you doing the eBay Do You Love Me challenge? So I wasn't going to, but I messaged Ryan and I tried to call Ryan and Allie and I haven't got a response. Everybody said we should do it since they live down the road. If you guys want to message or tag them or do whatever, don't bug them, but just ask them if they want to do it. If they don't, it's cool. I can do one on my own, I guess. I don't know. Bill's going to the Philadelphia Posh event in August. Yeah, August 23rd, there's a Philadelphia Poshmark event for any of you guys local. Otherwise, October 12th and 13th, Dallas at the Gillies Arena. I have a ticket to it, and I have a place to stay. I just need a plane. I have a free plane ticket on Frontier if I want it.
Corey says The Office is the best sitcom ever.
Oh, okay, Lord.
So I know a little bit about I've never seen it. I read about it. The question is, there was another show about office workers, and I'm going to see how many people in the chat actually know it was. And the lady that played in it, her name was Mimi, and she always did the craziest hair, makeup, and she
I hate that
tortured.
show.
Wow, that's a very strong word you're using.
I hate
right?
That show. I strongly dislike that show.
Tortured those guys. So anyway, let's see.
People are going to pop up with this answer. I know the answer, so I know they are. I hate her. Dave, why no drive time videos? He was driving for real. He's been gone.
I was on vacation.
I wanted to do the challenge, but my husband said he would not help because it's
Is that
stupid.
it?
No.
No, that's not it. Not the one with Mimi.
The Drew Carey show.
Drew Carey show. Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. We got a winner with Brandon.
Drew
Carey.
said Drew Carey. Yes.
Drew Carey.
Yes. Very, very nice.
I can't stand Drew Carey, and I can't stand her.
That's crazy. I really you know, my favorite one.
She had the blue eyeshadow. Yeah.
Whose line is it?
No, I don't. I liked it.
That improv comedy they do on
I
there?
like the guys on it, but I don't like Drew. I wish it wasn't him.
Yeah. Yep. Whose line? Man, the improv. Those guys are sharp, and that's what it takes.
Everyone's telling me to get on board with Pirate Ship when you start selling the hard goods. It'll save you lots of money. Apparently, they do it by like cubic something or another, and they charge you based on the cubic space. I don't understand it. I got to look into it. CNN Money says that KB Toys name and brand announced that it's opening 1,000 pop-up KB Toys for Black Friday. That's bonkers. I'm gonna have to do a video. Is that for real?
Is it for real?
Yeah, I saw eBay's response to the Do You Love Me video. That's not typically music I would ever listen to, by the way. I'm looking up the KB Toys story right now.
Whose line? Remember, the what I was saying is
it's a funny show.
How quick
they are.
The wit. How quickly they
oh, those guys are awesome.
Right?
They're amazing.
That's really fundamentally what it takes for all of us, just to be able to put it together. You walk in a store, into a Goodwill, a thrift store, whatever it is. You put it all together. It all makes sense. You have to remember brands and pricing and everything that we do, and that's all it is. It's just how quick-witted those guys are. That's what I like.
Wow. So that is true. So a company called Strategic Marks that buys and revitalizes defunct brands owns the KB name and plans to open 1,000 pop-up KB Toy Stories for Black Friday and is in negotiations with Mattel and Hasbro to take the inventory that was waiting to be sent to Toys R Us stores. That is 100% fact.
What's the name of the Halloween store?
Spirit.
So they're doing that concept, right there at Halloween. Every year, those things pop up everywhere, and then they go away 2 or 3 weeks later.
Thank you for the tip. That is big, big, crazy news.
Gonna make a video about that.
Yeah, improv comedy is best. What's the best way to ship something on Poshmark? It all goes priority. You just print the label. That's pretty big. How do you guys feel about that? KB popping up 1,000 stores for Black Friday for Christmas. That's pretty big. Yeah, Crocs
by what? I mean, what are you talking about? All over the U.S. or just
20
in major cities? I mean,
probably major cities. Yeah, I mean, right. 20 per state, 10 per big states, or 20 per big state and 10 for small ones. I don't know. No, Crocs, David, I'm not. Crocs is closing their factories. Yeah, they're going to be out of business.
Wow.
And in the U.S., right? Isn't it the U.S.?
I think I just heard my wife whimper. She loved Crocs. Now I'm not sure we own any.
Deb says, Casey, can I donate my eBay YouTube jeans on your show? You mean sell them on my show, or where did you
donate the money to your?
If you want to donate the money after you sell them, I'll give you her link to the dog charity. If you want to sell them on my channel, I'll be happy to do it for you. I can take the PayPal or whatever you need me to do. Just send me a message. I'll work it out for you. KB Toy says they'll reopen if it goes well. I can't see that happening.
Hey, look at this right here. You ever remember going? They had a show like that in Orlando. Like, whose line is it? At Disney, at Island Adventure Island. It was called. But before it was Disney Springs, it was Downtown Disney.
Oh, Paradise Island.
No, it was. Remember, it was
in the middle of.
What was it called?
Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island.
Yes,
that's right. It's called Pleasure Island. And what was the name of the? It was a comedy club, but that's what they did there.
Oh yeah.
I went to it. I'd been to that thing like 100 times.
I've been there once, long ago. Long ago. Who is selling Trump ties? We all are. All right, Deb. Yeah, please send me the message. So, in case anyone wanted to know, Deb got a pair of jeans that she had Karin and Prof Sales and me and Ryan and Allie, and I'm not sure who else signed them. I'm not sure the total, but she's going to raffle them off.
So what happens if you wash them?
It's all done in Sharpie.
So it's going to wash out?
I don't know. You might just want to. You might want to frame them and hang them. They're big jeans too. They were bigger. I think they were like 40s or 42s. They were too big for me. But you could frame them. I don't know. Whatever you want to do with them. I'll get the info. Yvette says she's wearing her Croc flip flops right now.
You never know. I might put a video up.
I'm
kind of back from vacation.
Yeah.
I got to get permission from my wife.
Yeah, I don't see KB even though they're opening. Oh yeah, school starts this week. I don't see KB opening full time after this pop up. I can't imagine that it's going to work the way that they think it's going to work. I think it'll be all right, but we'll have to wait and see. How long does it take to cross post 100 items? Quite a bit. It's going to take you a couple minutes each. Brandon, even if you can do it in say 3 minutes per item, that's 300 minutes. That's 5 hours. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Jason Prof Sales is on it. Yeah. The jeans are a woman size 7. I don't know what that is. Oh, I thought they were big. I don't know why I thought that. Online mattress seller Casper to open 200 stores. Where did you sell the Barbie? What?
How big are size 7s? Could Casey put size 7 jeans on?
Oh, no. No way.
They're too big?
I think they're Lucky brand. I think they're Lucky.
So he couldn't put them on?
No.
I think it'd be awesome to see put them on video.
No. And then auction them
up for auction.
Yeah. Comedy Warehouse was the name of that place.
Yes. Excellent. That's 2 that they've got us on tonight.
Jason's in the chat, Casey. Jason is in the chat. Is Prof Sales in the chat? Oh, there he is. Hey, Jason. Yeah. Jason is here and Karin. So they signed the pants. So we'll get the pants together. We'll do a raffle. We'll put them up for auction on eBay and you guys can bid on them. And then all the money's going to the dog charity, to Furry Buddy Animal Rescue. That's my friend Sarah's animal rescue out of Missouri. She's near St. Louis, and she rescues hundreds of dogs every year. I know that she marked somewhere that she's rescued up or over 500 dogs so far. So
look at this. Here's an interesting one. Important bulletin. A German grocery chain with the power to cripple Aldi, Whole Foods, and Trader Joe's is about to invade America. That's interesting because they would have to have amazing power because all 3 of those are completely different markets.
Yeah, that's a big thing. That's just like Amazon buying Whole Foods.
That was like IKEA is going to destroy everybody. IKEA is pretty cool.
David Duarte, what percentage? It's probably of the sales is probably 50 or 60 eBay. 15, 20 Amazon and 10% Posh. I don't even know. I'd have to break it down.
You remember the Adventurers Club? So somebody just said the Adventurers Club was awesome at Pleasure Island.
Yeah.
It's one where you sat on the bar stools and they slowly went up and down.
I seem to remember that place.
When you were sitting
I seem to remember. That was
sure?
10 years ago. 12. That was right when I moved here.
12.
No, when I moved here.
10.
No, I was 21.
Were you even old enough to go
I was 21. I just got in. I was just able to go there.
They slowly went up and down. So it was.
No. I moved here when I turned 21 right after I moved here. And then I moved here in like May and I turned 21 in June and I was able to go places. It's great.
One of my favorite places now is like Jelly Rolls or
Jelly Rolls is good.
Dueling Pianos.
Jelly Rolls is good. Yeah.
My wife took me on a date there.
Ooh.
Way before kids once.
Me and Kate have been there probably 3 or 4 times. Wasn't her. Does everyone get their first 50 listings on eBay for free? If you don't have a store, if you have a store, you get, whatever level your store is. I get 1,000. So if there's any other questions, we'd love to hear from you guys. I can't believe we've been on for 45 minutes already. Put the questions in the chat. We'll answer them. And then we are going to let Dave get back to his wild, crazy world. I'm going to get back to my actual house. I haven't eaten dinner. Why every time do I come here, do I not eat dinner before I leave and come here?
Maybe because you're afraid to get over here and I'll make you sick and you'll.
I don't eat shrimp.
I gotta be careful. I don't know what he wants to eat.
I'm allergic. I'm allergic to shrimp. Dinner. Turns out I'm not allergic to shrimp.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're far from allergic to shrimp.
I can down some shrimp. Deb's birthday is tomorrow. That did pop up on my Facebook notification feed, by the way. So happy early birthday to Deb. If you don't see her or talk to her or hear from her or social media her, whatever, wish Deb a happy birthday tomorrow. I will wish it to you actually tomorrow. What do you offer with your VIP club and how much is it? J&J Antiques and Collectibles. The VIP group is a private Facebook group where you can download all of the bolos and guides. You get store reviews and dedicated email that I check first, and you get being in the group with all the members. We put up items for sale. We share our stores. There's a store directory where every member's store, you can click on it and check out what they sell and get ideas. There's a spreadsheet for accountability, which now that I'm back, I'm going to update so you guys can keep track of your goals. Lots of good stuff. I was doing specials for everyone. If you want to pay for a year or you want to pay for 6 months or monthly, you can message me privately on Facebook. Before the end of the month, it's $15 a month or $100 for a year if you want to pay for that all at one time. So and you got to get that before the end of the month. And
once in a great while, if you ask just the right question, I actually come on and will post the most annoying answer ever.
Yeah, and you get to abuse me. I don't boot people out of the VIP group, but please use it sparingly. I am going to do some estate sales. I have one marked in my phone on my trip through the yard sales this weekend. There's an estate sale just around the corner from me, so I am going to stop in there and see. The pictures actually look kind of good, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Casey, when you get the estate sales, yeah. So this weekend, I have not used Macari. I don't have an opinion on it. Yeah, Megan, we all need to go back to the spreadsheet. Everyone's been slacking. The accountability spreadsheet is just your name with a list of the goals and then a week goal. So we do 7 days, and then you fill in each day how many listings, how many you sold, how many you posted, how many you cross-posted, how many whatever's you want to do for yourself, and then it totals it up. And at the end of the week, you see if you hit the goal or didn't hit the goal. So. And we want to see the baby, Megan's baby too. Yeah, Megan has a baby a little bit after you. She had hers the last day of June, first week of July, something like that. A couple months after you guys.
Babies are awesome.
Yeah, that's number 2 for her. She has a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old, and now the new one. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. People have been telling me to pick up trains, model trains, toy trains. Gonna look for trains. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this right here. It says, perhaps check out some of the Facebook groups. Lots of info.
Yeah, that Facebook group is mine as well. I have the free Facebook group, of course.
There is. Yep.
Absolutely. It's 93,000 people.
There is a lot of free info for new sellers, but if you want the best info,
if you want extra help,
rule number 1, nothing free in life. All right, so let's just get that straight, right? No. So if it's for free, you're getting about an ounce of reality. You'll get
trolled and all the different stuff. The free group is perfectly fine. If that's what you need, great. If you want the extra help, you want one-on-one help, just join the VIP. You don't have to. You certainly, that's up to you. But if you want to, just message me and I'll be happy to help you out. AT&T cordless phones. I always look for cordless phones. Always. They sell really good.
I ended up getting, how many was that I had at one time? We got like 400 or 500 of them.
The AT&T ones.
I thought there was no way these things were going to sell. I had just lost all that money, and you're just like, I don't know. We started putting those things up on Amazon.
So the sets of 2 cordless phones with the cradles and the chargers, $50. $50 used all day. Hey, I offered my house for his layover. She did indeed. And mind you, a bunch of people in Vegas, Katie Zoberberg and Sarah Thomas, her wonderful husband who took us out to the Hoover Dam. It was amazing. A little terrifying, but it was amazing. they offered their house when we were stuck in Vegas. Lots of people offered to help us. We didn't want to intrude. We were already kind of in the stuck position, so we didn't take them up on it. But trust me, next year I will.
I thought you told me you were going to kick James Pace out of the group.
I've been trying to kick Jamie out for months. It just doesn't work. Somehow it doesn't.
The
button grays out. Like grays out. Yeah. Goosebumps do sell. How many platforms do you sell on? Dose. Amazon.
So we have multi-listing software. That
Magento.
So we run stuff out on Bonanza, Buy.com, Amazon, eBay.
Yeah,
Sears,
if you guys,
Walmart,
that's a great question that came up yesterday with somebody Katie Zoberberg and Vicky were asking about software that will cross-post your merchandise between Amazon and eBay and Etsy. And so Magento is a good one. It's a little expensive. It's for more established business. You can also use Sellbrite, which is still a little expensive. It's like $75 or $100 a month, but it will put your inventory in one listing up on multiple platforms. Mm-hmm. And then when it sells, it removes it off of every platform. Mm-hmm. You don't have to worry about going back and taking it down. It is not.
Here you go. Have you considered Channel Advisor?
It is.
I think they're very expensive.
I'm not familiar with them. But on those softwares that I just mentioned, by the way, guys, they're not compatible with Mercari or Poshmark yet.
They're not.
eBay, Amazon, Etsy, Newegg, Sears, Walmart, Bonanza,
Buy.com,
Rakuten,
which is Buy.com.
Buy.com, yeah. So they're not compatible Poshmark or Mercari. Just keep that in mind. As in IRS standards. What? Audrey, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. Corey just signed up for Sellbrite. I think I mentioned Sellbrite to you, and he probably saw Sellbrite at eBay Open as well. Sellbrite had their entire staff, like huge team of people there at eBay Open. Muddy Dirt, what's up? You're going to have to rewatch the show. I have not. Do you use Yahoo Auctions? I do not use Yahoo Auctions. I have never, that I remember, used Yahoo Auctions. Channel Advisor, it seems to be, is pretty much a consensus. It is expensive. It's expensive, yeah.
Absolutely. Channel Advisor.
How much a month?
They're 3 or 4% of your total.
Oh, the percent of sales, yeah.
It fluctuates.
It is not hard to begin selling on Amazon. Late Night Hustler says he used to work for Channel Advisor. That's interesting. I'd maybe want to interview you on that.
You don't have to getting into multi-channel software. You got to have a lot of material. So for him to be using it, I mean, you're into the 6,000-7,000 item inventories to get to the point where you want to spend. Channel Advisor, even on the low end scales, like $30,000-$40,000 a year, or they won't even look at you.
Mary, I haven't switched to the new payment processor. They're going to send me a confirmation email, and I'm not going to do it for many reasons. I put it on the video. Never drop shipped on eBay because suppliers are just fly by night. They come and go, and they're just too risky. I mean, if you had a really good supplier, I know a lot of people do it. I still think you should bring the inventory in. I always think you should bring inventory in. That's just my opinion.
A couple grand a month, $24,000 a year. I mean,
and it's more around 1.5 to 2%.
Math is the math. I mean,
so 2% of your sales. So if you're doing 10 grand a month, they're going to take $200 a month. If you're doing 20 grand, so he's spending $12,000 per month plus a percentage of sales. If you exceed your pricing tier, you can mark up to $40,000 to $50,000 per month on a base tier, and then they take a cut if you exceed your tier. Wow, they're expensive. Ooh. Wow.
Again, I didn't use them, so.
Brand new unopened items, if they're ungated, typically you'll get more money on Amazon. Otherwise, you need to sell them on eBay. So used. So we're gonna wrap up with that. We're at 1 hour, just shy of an hour. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm starving. I'm sorry, guys. Cook me some shrimp. Larnley, shrimp? Anybody? Okay. No one's cooking me shrimp, but I'm going to always check the comps. I'm gonna wrap that up. You guys can rewatch. You can leave comments, questions for me, for Dave, for anybody down below, and I'm sure he'll probably read them, or I'll end up screenshotting and sending them to him. That's the only way he's going to read them. But I will. I promise. I'll blow his phone up tomorrow with him. Anyways, we appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you sticking with me, even though I had to rent a space for the night, rent a camera for the night. And I know you guys got a kick out of being able to see this guy. So tell him thank you. Tell him thank you. Tell him thank you.
Who am I thanking?
Thanking all these fine people for the warm welcome.
Oh, Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Fantastic. I love the warm welcome.
He loves the warm welcome back. We will we'll see you guys next time. And if you need anything else, you need a Facebook group, invite, a VIP group, you want anything from me or want to ask questions, hit my messenger up, Facebook, Instagram, or down below. I'll see you guys next time.